Next, we'll cover a few additional questions that all felons need to address before they'll receive an invite to interview. Anytime you have a record, there are going to be some additional questions a hiring manager is going to need to answer in their head before they bring you in for an interview. It sucks that this is the way it is, but if you know what you need to do and are prepared, you can overcome the challenges. You have to realize that many hiring managers have little experience working with former felons and have a point of view warped by the news, TV, and movies. They may have a negative viewpoint towards felons, and you need to do everything you can to prove them wrong. The first concern hiring managers have is regarding the personal safety of themselves, their employees, and their customers. Even if you were not convicted of a violent crime, they may still feel like you're more likely than other applicants to be a safety risk. Professionalism goes a long way towards overcoming this, as does avoiding mentioning your conviction until you have had a chance to meet someone in person. A well-written resume, especially one with some experience, can get you off to the right start. Past personal safety, there's also going to be a concern about business or property safety. Again, even if you were not convicted of a property crime, they may still feel like you're a risk, or at least riskier than a typical applicant to the job. You can overcome this in the same way as we mentioned above with safety concerns. After the initial concerns have been addressed, hiring managers are going to worry about your respect for authority. They may view someone with a record as a rebel or someone who doesn't listen to other people. If they don't feel like you'll follow their instructions and respect them as your manager, they're not going to invite you in for an interview. Being able to demonstrate that you have good listening skills and are trainable is critical to your success. Professionalism goes a long way here, but so does following directions. Make sure you read the job posting and application instructions carefully and follow the directions. They want to see that you're just another normal person who made a mistake or two, and not some biker gang hooligan who only listens to themselves. Finally, they need to know that you're going to be a reliable employee. They need to know that you'll show up every day, will consistently do a good job, and won't do anything unpredictable or crazy. Again, professionalism is critical here, as is your resume. If you have any professional experience, especially after you got out of prison, that can really help demonstrate that you can be counted on. You can also get letters of recommendation from former bosses or program leaders that can help with this as well. Ultimately, as we've said many times, it boils down to demonstrating that you're taking this more seriously than the other applicants. You're more motivated to do a great job, and you'll show your appreciation for their willingness to hire you by sticking around and making their lives easier as a result. Again, it's unfortunate that you have to overcome these kinds of obstacles with something that may have been a mistake 10 or 20 years ago, but it's just the reality of the situation. Fortunately, as we mentioned, this is something that you can overcome. You just need to be prepared and willing to go a little bit further to show that you want the job and can do a great job than someone that doesn't have a record. In our next video, we're going to take a look at what an effective resume looks like for someone with a felony conviction and compare it to a typical resume so you can get a good idea of what it looks like.